This is our house. We say, yeah, if you just maybe go in here. Many good things then, and obviously some bad things that happened here. My dad couldn't handle that pass that he had to sign. He could have taught me much more.
He was the best loose forward in the world, I think.
In Afrikaans, they say, die liggies het my gevat.
You're a human being, you know. You're not immune to buying into that press.
On Wednesday nights, go out and drink when we played on a Saturday.
He tells us straight as players, I've made every single mistake that a young man can make.
It's a difficult thing to say, but, you know, I couldn't win a Super Rugby trophy.
Since then, I started believing that something special can come from this group.
2019's win was far more powerful than 1995's win.
This specific year with the challenges, I'm really, really proud to be South African. What a coach.
Hi, welcome back to the Mrshowtym podcast. In this video, we're going to be reviewing Rassie Eramus's documentary titled Rassie Eramus, the Official Film. Now, I have to talk about this. I saw the trailer on KykNet, right? And there's something bothering me about this documentary. Right? I saw the trailer and it consists of Rassie Eramus crying again. Now, I haven't done a previous video about Rassie Eramus. One of the previous Springbok documentaries about after they won the 2019 Rugby World Cup. Rassie Eramus did a sort of like a mini documentary series talking about the players, and how they won the Rugby World Cup. And there's a part where he was crying, where he's talking about Makazole Mapimpi's upbringing. He was basically like, and I was when I selected him, I got to know him, and he lost his parents, and he just didn't have anyone else, and you know that part.
Who was Makazole playing for that day?
No, he was playing, I think, obviously, he was playing for South Africa, and I think if you talk to him, I don't know, do you know the story about the jerseys? Of the, on the back of your numbers, you had to have family members, you can give him photos of family members. He only had photos of himself. Because he didn't have anybody else. And they'll say, why are you doing this? And he says he's got nobody. His brother died. His mom died there, his father, he doesn't have a photo. So he doesn't play for one thing. He's just got massive heart. Massive heart.
You can Google it for yourself. It's on Super Sports SS Rugby, Super Sports. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. And now in this documentary, Rassie Eramus is seen crying again for the second time. Now, what do we know about today's climate? The war on masculinity. There is an agenda to effeminize and emasculate men. What am I talking about? Oh, Mrshowtym, that's just a conspiracy theorist. What are you talking about? Go back to 2019. There's a commercial, an advert by Gillette that was very cringeworthy. There was a group of friends having a barbecue on a weekend on their backyard, and the guy was, hitting on this girl, and then some bitter simp walks up to him and says, oh, hey, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool, bro. That's not how you treat a woman, bro. The guy was just talking to a woman, and some simp came and cock-blocked. That's the gist of the advert. And it got major backlash, and rightfully so. It got shut down. It got bad reviews, and Gillette themselves had to retract the advert, because they realized that no, us men were not buying it. Okay? Listen, the NWO, the Antichrist, they're gonna keep pushing certain agendas through, and they're just gonna see how much will people bite, which agendas will people bite, the bait, how many suckers will actually fall for it. I'm not one of those suckers. I'm gonna call it out right here on the Mrshowtym podcast, where everyone gets thrown in the slammer, right? That's pretty much like my slogan. But anyway, back to the documentary. This documentary is disturbing. I haven't watched it, but I'm just talking about the trailer, just by the review. There's also a part where Rassie Eramus talks about his upbringing during the apartheid era. He was saying that, we were indoctrinated of us Buddhas, we were indoctrinated to have hatred, and stuff like that. Something along those lines. And I'm like, usually this is people of color. In people of color, when they do interviews or documentaries, whether it be professional athletes or singers and entertainers, celebrities, it's usually people of color who propagate victimhood narratives. Man, I come from struggle, man, it was tough back in those days, man, dealing with white supremacy, man. It's pretty much all celebrities of color. They have some victimhood narratives to tell. Now, talking about, let's refer back to the '95 Rugby World Cup. Why is it that every time the Springboks win the Rugby World Cup, you hear commentators such as Matthew Pearce? I think it's the one he's one of the commentators. South Africa, they won the Rugby World Cup, in a time that the country so desperately needs to smile together in perfect racial harmony. They had those same sentiments in 2007. They had those same narratives in 2019. People such as Nick Mallet, the 2019 World Cup is much more powerful than the '95 World Cup because we had our first black. Okay, that's what he said. Now, don't get me twisted. I love the fact that South Africa has their first black captain in the Springbok setup, in the Springbok squad, yada yada yada. I am happy for Siya Kolisi, yes. But why do we keep making an issue out of something we're trying to move forward from? It was perfectly justified to have those sentiments back in 1995 because we just established our democracy, right? But oh no, that wasn't enough. Fast forward 12 years later to 2007. South Africa, the Springboks won the Rugby World Cup, and this is symbolic. This is much needed for a nation that needs to smile together, a country that's going through so much at home. Why are you talking as if it's Armageddon? Why are you talking as if you step outside your door, there's a particular group of people that are busy antagonizing another group of people, if you know what I mean? That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. Again, these victimhood narratives have been overused up to a point where now it's like Snoresville. Again, fast forward 12 years later to 2019. What did Siya Kolisi say after doing his post-match interview? This we're proud to bring this home. At home we have so many issues. And we need to smile together as a country. Okay, Siya Kolisi, what are you referring to when you have issues? Economic issues, yes. Inflation issues, yes. What else? Socio-economic issues, yes. But we know what but that's not what Sia Kolisi was talking about. It's this whole race baiting, this endless race baiting. This race baiting of, we have so many issues at home that a country this Rugby World Cup will serve as, symbolism as the country coming together, newsflash, we've been coming together since 95. Okay? You've been overplaying that card ever since. We get it. Okay? We've been coming together since 95. Can you please have a different narrative? Can we please, in the next World Cup, we have a different slogan, we have a different sentiment? Can we just go into a World Cup and just say, hey, let's just win for South Africa? Without having these victimhood cry outs, at home, we need to smile together and so many racial issues at home. First of all, that's a lie. That's a lie. We do not have as hazardous and as has tremendous racial issues at home. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. I'm not saying there's none, but you're overinflating something. You're reaching. Stop reaching. Okay? People in South Africa are living how do you say it? Harmoniously. Yeah, harmonious. I'm not used to saying that word. Harmoniously. In harmony. Right? Yes, a few bad apples here and there, a few incidences here and there, but those are the exceptions to the rule. The exceptions don't count. Right? The minor incidences don't count. Okay? Even as a person of color myself, I am getting tired of the race baiting. South Africa. I'm getting tired every time there's a documentary done about South Africa. It's always about racial issues. We're going to stop it. I mean, what's the first thing you think about when you think of America? The land of opportunity, the land of the brave, home of the brave. If you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It's empowerment narratives that come from a position of strength. But here in South Africa, it's victimhood narrative. It's in our anthem. Nkosi sikeleli Africa. Sicela ukuthula. Peace, please. You sound like peasants. If it was up to me, I would change our national anthem. I would change certain words about our national anthem, such as like narratives that perpetrate strength. We sing from a position of power. We are a first world country after all. Did you not know? South Africa is a first world country. Courtesy of this flag I'm trying I've designed with the Commonwealth stars and the Southern Cross. Right here. Was it here? I'll still design. Whether I put it here or here. Either way, you get the idea. Actually, I'll put it here. Right? But do you get the idea? Now, it's Rassie. Coming back to Rassie. I've been going on a long tangent. Coming back to Rassie. Seeing Rassie cry on TV. Rassie is the most woke rugby coach I've ever seen. Crying on TV. And he's trying to, placate as, a woke, accepting rugby coach. I'm telling you now, Rassie is the first rugby coach that is just woke. He's different. He's effeminate. He's weird. He's awkward. And he's crying on TV. That's done on purpose. That's not now, of course. You're not ready for that. No. You know, I've been seeing Rassie take Instagram pictures with Sia Kolisi laying on his lap, and you know, they're smiling, like, you know, with bromance. Now again, nothing wrong with that. But I read between the lines. I sense a disturbance in the force. I sense something deeper going on here. You know, this whole portrayal of a white man, you know, and a black man, you know, in perfect harmony, like, you know, we're just trying to teach acceptance to the people of South Africa. Okay, we know that inherently. You don't need to teach it to us. We know that inherently. Duh. Right? Okay, someone's gonna come in my comment section. What's wrong with Rassie Eramus taking a picture? Are you full of hate and intolerance? What's wrong with taking a picture? Nothing. What's wrong with Rassie Eramus expressing his feelings? Nothing. But the only problem is, as a man, you're not supposed to cry in front of live TV. It's emasculating. It's disgusting. It's effeminate. And this is going to influence a further generation of men to be soy boys who cry on TV. As a man, you also have feelings and emotions, yeah, but you cry in private. I cry about certain issues, but I cry in private. I don't want anyone else to see me. I don't want my girlfriend to see me. I wouldn't want my children to see me. Right? Listen, my father, the only time I've seen my father actually shed a tear was at my grandpa's funeral back in 2012. That was the only time when it was justified. But other than that, I've never seen my father cry. Now, has he cried during his own time in private? When he's out driving somewhere, you know, maybe he's parking at some cliff and he's just, you know, listening to some music, he starts just letting it all out. Right? There's nothing wrong with, you know, just letting open the faucet. But aside from that, I've pretty much never seen my own father cry. Even my mother has admitted it too. She's never even seen my father cry. And there's a reason for that. As a man, if you display weakness, people will lose respect for you. Yes, we're both human. We're also human. We have emotions. We need to express them. But men and women express emotions differently. Women cry all the time. You know, when something happens, they cry. Something happens right now, they cry. Something happens tomorrow, they cry. Whether in public or in private, doesn't matter. It's perfectly fine for women, right? Because they're women. Women are emotional people. And me saying that's going to get me cancelled. So what? But as a man, we are creatures of performance. We are creatures of strength. Masculine. We're masculine mercenaries. We're not supposed to display weakness. If you cry, cry in private. And don't let anyone else know. You see, that's the problem today, you men. You bottle up your emotions and you just, that's why, yes, that's biology, that's nature. You woke SJW weirdos. You're trying to play, you're playing a very dangerous game, trying to, you know, challenge nature, trying to challenge the laws of the universe. Guess what? You will lose every single time. Stop trying to socially manipulate and change reality. You will lose. Stop trying to feminize men. Stop trying to tell men that, oh, it's okay to cry, you know, to express your, to be in touch with your friend. Stop it. Stop trying to tell society that men and women are equal. Men and women should deserve equal pay. That's a lie. Men and women are not equal. Men and women do not deserve equal pay because women are not builders of society. Women do not work life-threatening jobs as much as men, such as scientists, being nuclear physicists, mining, firefighter, policeman, army, you know, in the military. Stop it. And don't tell me about the 20% of men that, the 20% of women that there are. compared to the 80%. Actually, it's not even 20%. 10%. Women only make up less than 10% in the military. Of all dangerous jobs. The other 90%, it's men. Society was built on the backs of men. Oh, how could you say that? That's so intolerable. That's hate speech. It might be hate speech according to your feeble, feminine soy boy feelings, but above all else, it's facts. And if you have a problem with it, then prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove it to me that men and women are equal. Prove to me with facts, data, and statistics that women deserve equal pay to men. Prove to me that, whatever bullshit you keep rambling. Prove it. Don't just say, oh, you're just full of hate. No, prove it. I've proven my sentiments with my previous videos below. Now it's time for you to prove it if you have a problem. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's have an interview. Let's have a sit down. Where I shall debunk all your silly SJW woke narratives. Anyway, I do not look forward to this Rassie Eramus's documentary because this constant propagating of something we're trying to move forward from. I thought we're trying to move forward from this, but apparently they keep getting reminded of it. How do you move on from something you stop talking about it? So yeah, that's my little takes from the little I've seen from this Rassie Eramus official film. Like, Rassie Eramus is a woke SJW coach, and don't be surprised if you see him wearing African garments and like, oh, come on, Yella, come on, join us. And his Afrikaans brother, when he's sitting there, he's like, Rassie, what doing Yella? Why are you acting weird? Right? Is there something wrong with wearing African garments? No, there's not. But do you get the point of what I'm trying to say? Rassie Eramus is like portraying as like, never mind. hey, listen, never mind. I've rambled on too far. But hey, if you've made it this far, this video is almost 20 minutes long, and if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. But listen, there's nothing wrong with talking about our history, but for goodness sakes, my point is this constant race baiting. We had South Africa, we have a tough history, we need to overcome. We've overcame that already back in 95. Can we move on from it, please? That's my point of this video. Can we please have new sentiments going forward? Can next time South Africa wins a World Cup, so like, yeah, can we all cheer together as a country, like, yay, we won, we did it, without making it symbolic of, racial harmony. Like, we've done that back in 95. Can we have new narratives now? Shout out to my new flag design. It symbolizes our first world status. Strength. We need to show the world that we are a first world country, because this bullshit narrative that, Africa, as if Africa is a country. Africa, every time they show Africa, it's always, kids, Africans in the bushes riding elephants. That's not what you see. Is that what you see right now? No, it's not. No, it isn't. Stop it, right? Shout out to my flag design. It symbolizes first world status, a position of power, right? We need to start portraying ourselves from a position of strength and power. That's my but anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. And Rassie, stop crying on TV, please. It's emasculating. It's not okay for men to cry on TV. Cry in private.